Hello, Rob. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, yes, we can hear you. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, just in time, we're just now going live, so we figured it out. Cool.
Excellent.
How are you guys doing, man?
We miss you guys. We miss you a long time.
Yeah, miss you guys, man. It's been a while.
Exactly. Very good. Very good, man. It's so crowded here. We're going to celebrate with you right now. I'm waiting for this moment to light this cigar with you guys.
All right. Thank you. Hey, we're going to light up the same cigar, gentlemen.
That's right.
Your camera's in front of you.
Look at this beauty here. Look at this beauty.
The 5-year anniversary.
Dude, that is a beautiful cigar. You know, Larry is a huge fan of the Club 500.
Yes, I am.
And he's like, what are we smoking on the show tonight? And I was like, oh, I got something special for you.
Thank you, Larry. Thank you.
Larry, this is the 500.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes. Love it.
Excellent.
So how you guys been doing, man? You guys have been rocking and rolling. I've got a lot of questions for you tonight.
Oh, man, we can't wait.
So I got to ask you, where are you tonight? Because you're not sitting at home watching some rerun.
Actually, we are in New York watching the Knicks playing the 76ers with the basketball.
Nice.
With some friends, yes.
Very cool, man. Being out. So you guys are actually, we are actually in the studio. And I know you haven't been in the studio, but like the studio is one half of the room. And then the other half of the room is a cigar lounge.
Oh, my God. We can't wait to come down and see it.
Man, you let me know.
You guys live.
Yeah, come on down, man. We got room for you and a bunch of friends.
Definitely, we have to do that.
So, Rob and Larry, man, we know you guys 5 years now, and we never met, right?
Yeah.
So we would love to go down and see you and meet you in person and smoke some cigars with you together.
That's what I'm talking about.
At your
we would love to have
studio.
You come to the Cigar Talk Lounge.
Yes.
That would be awesome for us. I kind of lost you. There we go. I can hear you again. So anyway, guys, I'm going to let Larry talk to you for 1 minute because I'm going to light up my cigar. Lighter.
I don't have it. Need to get some fire over there. So, yeah, these I have not had a Viva La Vida that I did not absolutely love.
Thank you so much, Larry.
And I'm getting ready to move on and talk about the El Popo also, which we're a big fan of those. We're a huge fan of those. So however y'all are doing it, please keep it up because everything is working incredibly well. Delicious cigars.
Thank you, Larry. Thank you. Yeah. That means a lot. That means a lot to us. For sure. Thank you.
We make those cigars for you guys to enjoy. When we blend these cigars, we have you in mind, and we make those blends dedicated to all our consumer, everybody who looks for Artesano del Tobacco. These cigars are for you. El Pulpo and Viva La Vida cigars.
I got to tell you, you must be able to read. You must be able to read our minds because we certainly love them. And everybody who I have talked to that has smoked one of anything in the line has just have raved about how great they are. I don't know if you've heard us talk about all the El Popos that we smoked in November.
Yeah. So like people come over and hang out at the lounge and we're letting them smoke El Popos for the first time. And every single one of them has absolutely loved that cigar.
That's great to hear. Thank you so much for sharing this information with us. It means a lot. As you know, guys, it took us 5 years to make El Pulpo. And it took a long time to bring it to the market and to hear those words and how people see El Pulpo and they enjoying the flavor. It means a lot to us. Thank you so much.
It was definitely worth the wait.
Yes, Rob. I'll tell you one thing as well. I'm going to add to this. When you guys see that and the reaction in that humidor or in that lounge that you are right now at the moment, and everyone is really enjoying it, when you share this with us, to me, and to Artesano del Tobacco, that tells us that the formula, the hard work, the sweat, all those like hours and days and weeks and months and years of like doing it
There you
in
go.
such a hard way, it pays. Thank you for telling us exactly
Oh,
what you have.
our pleasure, Gus. And let me just tell you that. So we have a humidor on the coffee table of our lounge, and if you come over and hang out, you get free cigars, free lounge. You don't have to bring anything. But
Wow.
there is a separate humidor over there that's just my cigars. And one night, one of our guests, her name is Hatch, she walks over to my humidor, pulls out a cigar, and goes back and sits down. I'm like, "Whoa, what are you doing?" And she's like, "Well, I didn't see any Opopos in this one. I saw Opopos."
She's smart. She
I
knew
was,
where to go.
She knows
I
the
was
good
like,
stuff.
I like that.
enjoy it. So I always keep a few back, because I like to smoke them too. And she got up and helped herself. And one of the other guys was like, "Did you see what she just did?" And I was like, "Yes." So hey,
That's
you know
great.
what I think you guys need to do? I really think that you guys need to write a book, How to Make a Cigar for the Beginners. Because there's a lot of guys out there doing it wrong. I know you won't talk about it, but I promise you there's a lot of guys out there doing it wrong, because a lot of guys think if they're going to start a cigar brand, what they need to do is start a cigar brand with 10 different lines of cigars instead of laser focusing on creating one good cigar.
You're 100% correct. And it's really important to understand the market, to understand what consumer is looking for, to understand what each element of the cigar produces. And also, it's very important to partnership with a great factories and great farmers that
Blender.
that they will give you the best product to represent in the states here for the consumer.
Because
I'm gonna add.
if you're a guy wanting to start a cigar brand, how much of an emphasis do you place on starting with the right blender, the farm, and make sure that everything is going to be reputable, because you're putting your lifeline on the line?
Well, the most important thing, which is you're 100% right, is the tobacco itself. Aging that tobacco in the right format. You have to have an idea about a blend, about the cigar that you're thinking, about the consumer, the mass, and you as well. It does not take 2 hours or 2 months or 2 years. It takes dedication and a full-time work. It takes
Work,
years and
work,
years.
work.
100%. It takes years and years. When we go to pick the tobacco, we purchase the tobacco, we put it aside, and we let it age even longer, because in our mind, we know we learned a huge lesson from being retailers for more than 28 years that taught us how things move and change and evolve in each and every consumer. Everybody, their palate changes over the years. So what they liked 2, 3, 4 years ago, their palate is different. So we follow those trends. That is very important. There is so many layers upon layers of steps you have to take to bring something as good as this beauty here.
And the thing about it is, I think that you could take it a step further, Gus, because I think when you take a really good cigar with the quality of tobacco that you guys have done, with the blend, the consistency on the construction, an overall good product, you guys actually shape the trends, not just follow the trends.
Thank you so much, Rob, for this. It's important to believe and understand again the market, and you have to believe what you're doing. If I'm gonna come and bring a product to any cigar shop, it's a cigar that it's not only that I will smoke, I will look forward to smoke. And by doing that, you need the tobacco to be aged, fermented for a long time We love cigars that they have flavors, no bite, no aftertaste, no punishing for the palate. Most cigar companies, or not most, the majority of the new cigar companies, they rush their cigars to the market, and this is
Strike one.
where exactly, and that's where the cigar will have a bite. It will have an aftertaste because it did not ferment long enough or aged enough to lose all this spicy bite to it. You want people to enjoy the cigar. It's not a punishment. A full flavor or full bodied cigar, it's not about spice. It's all about flavor. We're
Oh,
talking about flavor. And the
yeah.
only way you're going to get it is by fermenting and aging the cigar the right way. There is no other formulas to
No
that. And
shortcuts. There's no shortcuts.
shortcuts. Exactly. And with time, you cannot buy time. And same thing like when you go and you purchase an aged steak, the steak is 10 days old or 20 days old or 64 days old. They taste totally different, and the flavor is more robust. The flavor is full flavor, smoother, creamier. Same thing with cigars. Same thing with wrappers and fillers and binders. You need to age it the right amount of time, the right temperature, and it all happened when you team up with a good, great company like AJ Fernandez in Nicaragua.
And you can't beat that. I mean, you guys started with AJ. Look at all the companies that made names for themselves, but they've also asked AJ to blend for them. I mean, like, I can't think of a better name in the business if you're asking somebody to make your cigar.
You're 100% right, Rob. You just said it. He is one of the top guys in the industry right now. But let me add this. You know, we are not trying to knock any company or any manufacturer or anybody who's bringing cigars into the market that people don't like. We are not knocking anyone. We respect everybody. We love everyone. We wish everyone success as well. But again,
100%. 100%.
Yeah, you cannot like do shortcuts and think that you're gonna bring something into the market that people will like. And that is that's a rule. That's a rule. But
Last
again,
year,
yeah.
Go ahead, Gus. Go ahead.
No, that's what I'm saying. And you know, we respect everybody. We want everyone to be successful. We want everyone to succeed and move forward in this industry, no doubt. But again, we do it. There is a way that we do it ourselves, and it's not like a secret. It's time. It takes a lot of time, effort, and there is a method that you have to do to bring something good to the market, and that's about it. That's about it.
Yeah, and I mean, I respect so much of you guys because of the way you did the business. I mean, you started with one cigar. Hey, hit that button right there, please. You started with one cigar, one blend, and then you added different vitolas. It's good. It's good. And like you perfected it. You got it right. And then you added vitolas, which actually made it accessible for even more people because certain people like smoking certain vitolas. But then you waited 5 years before you came out with another cigar. You didn't pop out like 10 cigars in your first year, which I just tell people, I'm like, oh man, just slow it down a little bit and learn as you go. You know what I mean? Don't go so big that because you didn't know, you're out of business.
That's correct, Rob. You just like nailed it. We believe in this particular method. Each and every vitola that we bring, we need to go deep in the roots. For each and every size, for each and every blend that we have, before we think about bringing a new one. And as you said, you just explained it the way we did it. We believe in it. Just pumping up and creating every 6 months a new size, new blend, new this, do that. It's not. It's not the way. It is not. You need something that has to go and grow deep roots in the ground, so everybody will remember. Everybody will, you go, you look and you search and you say, where can I find this? That's our motto. This is our method.
So let me ask you this, and I've never asked you guys this, but I just was wondering, like, how important is it when you go into business with somebody that you can get along with that person? Because you two are brothers, y'all been together a long time, and so who's like the guy behind the scenes doing the business? Who's the guy up front doing the PR? I mean, like, what's y'all's roles? Because there's two different people running the company.
It's a very good question, Rob. Thank you so much. Um, we learned from early age that whatever our position is in the company, we don't step on each other's toes. We respect each other's opinion. We share the ideas, the planning. What do you think? We always like asking questions. How about if we do this? How about if we do that? So it's all done. It's all done with respect, and it's so important to respect your partner doing business, and that's the key for success.
Well, Billy and
Uh,
Gus, I both respect y'all both so much because I know a partnership between brothers is not easy. And for you guys to always remember at the end of the day that you're brothers and you respect each other, that's all you have to really do. That's the whole recipe of being successful with your brother.
Thank you, Rob. It's a blessing, and we don't take it for granted. And it's important to keep doing what we are doing. Uh, maybe we influence people who could come and work together, brothers, cousins, friends, whatever. It's really important. Um, and doing the Artesano del Tobacco for the past 5 years, we celebrated again with the Viva la Vida. That's the first brand that we did. And we selected two sizes that they were the best sellers in our portfolio at that time, right? The Club 500 and the Jester. And
So you know what's funny about that is his favorite cigar on the Viva La Vida is the Club 500. Mine is the Jester.
you see, so
True story.
we did what Cigar Talk like, and we came with a 5-year anniversary
Thank
for
you.
that.
Thank you again.
But look what we did, guys. Honestly, if you look at those two, right? This is the Club 500. This is the Jester. The Club 500 is a box press Sobroso, 50 by 5 1/4, and there it's tapered on both ends. And the
Love
flat
that. To me, it makes this Club 500 remind me of the Jester, actually.
great. And then the Jester, we did a flat Belicoso, and what we did, honestly, the Jester, if you cut it all the way in the tip or you punch it, you're gonna have the strongest full-bodied cigar with this blend. If you come in and you cut it lower, the intensity will change. So the consumer will dictate how strong a cigar you want to smoke today. Is it stronger or milder
I
in,
love
in
that.
flavor?
I
In the
was not
Jester.
aware of that. I was not aware of that. That's great,
I'm
Billy.
gonna get one tomorrow and punch it.
But
Do it that way, Rob.
the Jester, the Club 500, no matter where you cut it, even if you punch it, it's one strength. But with the Jester, we allow the consumer to play with that. So
No, I love that.
this is why we did that. And if you see, it's you could cut it lower, it's not gonna unravel because the cap that we did has a longer belt, as if you would say, on the wrapper. So
Very
you could
nice.
control the strength. Yeah.
Very, very nice. Now I'm going to give you guys just this like an amazing gift. Okay. You know where you need to go next with the Jester. I mean, not the Jester. The Viva La Vida is a figurado.
That's great.
Do
Okay,
you love figurados?
that's beautiful.
I mean,
Maybe
maybe on the 10-year anniversary.
maybe on the 6th-year anniversary.
Hey, it's even better. Closer time.
Thank you for the tip for sure.
And
Hey,
you
you're
know,
welcome.
Gus will tell you we take recommendation serious. So the Jester, the name the Jester was given to us from Wooden Indian. It's a cigar shop in Pennsylvania. The manager, he came to us and he said, "Why you guys don't make a size and you call it the Jester?" And we loved the idea, and then we created the Jester. Same thing with Al Pulpo Culebra, Luxury Cigar Club gave us that idea. So you never know. Maybe your idea will come next.
Hey, that would be amazing. Just saying. But anyway, man, let me tell you what, guys. If y'all don't see this ash right here, I'll put it on later. Look at that ash. It's perfect.
Oh gosh.
Perfect
Yes.
ash. Oh, there you go. Billy's holding one up. So let me ask you guys this. This is going to be an easy question. Which one of you guys is the better looking guy?
Which
Not me.
which one was? Well, I didn't hear you. Say it again.
It's Gus. We don't need you in on it, Billy. He already answered for you.
Okay, great.
That's not me,
I-
Rob. And
I asked who was the better looking brother, and Gus answered.
Our third brother. He's not with us.
Oh, okay. Hey, man, it's just always such a pleasure to have you guys on, and I would love to have y'all on for just hours because I feel like I've known you for a long. Well, I have known you for a long time, but I feel like we are close and we go back. We have history, and I think that's one of the great things about your company is that I think you do that with everyone very well because you don't keep going places that are a dead end or a negative. You spread positivity. And so that's where you like to go. And all along the way, you're building what you're building. And a lot of influence comes from outside. Look at the art on the band of the Viva La Vida. The girl that worked at your lounge actually did the artwork. And
Correct.
so you've got people giving you advice that you actually take because you have relationships with people. And man, I can't stress enough how important the relationships are in the cigar community, but also just in life.
Oh, let me tell you, as well, this is a very great analysis and a question. We believe in sharing. We believe also we listen to every advice. We learn over the years from a lot of people. And we appreciate that and we value that as well. And it doesn't have to be from an older person or a young, a middle-aged, old person. We all ears, we try to learn every day because no matter how much you know, you still need to learn. And we believe in that method and we use it and it's so close to our heart. What you just said earlier about the size, we took it. It's inside our head already. So it's only a matter of time when we find it, the right time to do it, and then we will do that. And of course, another question that you asked about how do you guys conduct the business as partners? We respect each other. That's very important. And there's a lot of debates always goes when it comes to business. Brothers and blood is one thing. When it comes to business, it's a totally different thing. And we have to give the business, excuse me, the course of running it properly. Not because it's a brother, you have to break things down, whatnot. Whatever the business needs, we always go by that, and we always have a debate about each and every step that we do.
I love that. I've been in a similar circumstance, and unfortunately for me, it didn't work out because my brother was a moron. Not just kidding. That's a joke. That's a joke. Hey, so if you don't know this, Billy and Gus, I have a younger brother that is the dancing UPS man on TikTok. He's got like 5 million followers now.
Wow. Wow.
And so he's the better looking one of me and him. He's the one with the dance moves, but he's not as smart as me.
You funny, Rob. You are funny.
Or as humble.
Yeah, he's not as humble as I am either.
Yeah.
But no, so let me ask you a question, and if you have an answer, we would love one. If you don't, I completely understand. What do you see coming up next for you guys?
That's a very simple question, and thank you for asking. In the pipeline, as we, since we started, there's many things that is in the pipeline. But again, we take our time. We let the years and the time make the curing, make the decision on how and what and when to do that. There's a lot of things happening, but right now we're not talking about it because it's not the time for it.
Sure.
But we have a blend. We have a blend right now. We're working on it.
I can only imagine you guys have like a 5-year plan, a 10-year plan, a 20-year plan. And so what I love about it though is in 5 years you've come out with 2 different cigars, which is amazing to me because you've put so much focus on making it the best cigar that you can. And I'm like, okay, so if a company starts like you guys and goes, okay, we want to come out with 5 cigars, and you guys may have 5 cigars on your long-term plan, but you didn't decide to make them all the first year.
Correct. And you don't want. Yeah, I mean, you have to give the value for each blend. You have to give it its time. You have to make consumer understand it. And at the same time, you don't want to confuse consumer
Yeah.
between Maduro, natural, and Habano and broadleaf, and it becomes confusing, right? Same thing with cigar shops. Most cigar shops, they have small humidors. They can't have 20 or 30 boxes of yours.
Which I think is
Take it-
brilliant. You ask a cigar shop to carry your cigar, you're not asking them to clear out 30 boxes.
Correct.
Which is hard to do for a cigar shop. But if you say, hey, I just want to get in a couple of boxes here, a couple of boxes there, okay, so you're going to have 4 or 5 boxes. Okay, I'll carry that. I think that is brilliant marketing on your part.
Exactly.
And Rob, to answer you to that as well, you have always all those good questions. We learned this one from being retailers. Retailers, when we did that, we're 3 brothers. We have another brother with us who is in the business, but he's not like with us all the time. But he shares everything with us. He put also his ideas, and we debate over that. And we learn as well. When the question that you said about, which is a great one, about you have only 2-3 boxes to put in those humidors. We learned that from being retailers, because a humidor you could have 500 square feet. Tops 700 square feet. And how many facings you have to put? So we also consider that. We always look into what is good for those guys that you will never put pressure on them. Like some other big companies, they do. You have to buy all those facings from me, whatever. We do not believe in that.
Oh, I agree with you so much. I mean, we all know there's brands out there that if you want to carry their brand, it's like, all right, well, you got to spend $40,000 to carry the brand. You guys are like, hey, here's a box of Gestures, here's a box of Club 500s. Then you get everybody to try the cigar. They love the cigar, and they start buying it up. Now it's like, hey, we want more of those. What else do you have?
Yeah. Rob, as if you with us 24/7, I swear. Thank you. Really,
so much respect on the way you guys have handled your business. I can't think of another up and starting cigar company that's done it in a better way. And here's another question that I have for you. Like, you guys actually had one of the top cigar manufacturers in the world blend your cigar, but in the beginning, y'all started having them also be their distributor. But then you decided, you know what? We're going to go ahead and distribute it ourselves because you guys, one, you're not afraid of work, and two, you have developed a way and style that you want to be going into shops.
Correct.
So
So
tell me how that
AJ,
works.
yeah. So AJ Fernandez created our Viva La Vida, and after 6 months, 7 months, he came to us and he said, I have something missing from my portfolio, and Viva La Vida fits perfect, and I would love to distribute it in the States and internationally. What do you
No,
think about that?
starting point. Heck yeah. You're like, heck yeah, we'll do that.
100%. He's the guy who makes the cigar, not only makes the cigar, I mean, most of the tobacco comes from his farm, right? So we said 100%. So we had an agreement that lasted till 2023. When it's finished, we said we would like to uh, distribute it ourselves. And it was a mutual agreement. And then we started
Hey,
doing it
so
our own.
Billy, so I wanted to ask you this question on the show, but I also wanted to make sure there was no foul play going on. So I reached out to a certain Frankie at AJ, and he
Yeah.
said, "Congratulations to those guys. We loved distributing their product, but I'm so proud of what they're doing on their own now." And so I knew it was amicable. So I wasn't going to blindside you, but I was like, hey, I just want to make sure we're all on the same page. And he was like, oh, no, they're doing it because they know how they want to do it. And I'm so proud of them. So even
Yeah.
though they're not distributing more, you got big fans over at AJ.
Thank you so much. Frankie and the team did phenomenal work for us. He has a great team. People also in the States and also in Nicaragua. AJ has a great people working for him, and they all work from their heart.
Oh,
Um,
100%.
yes, and as you see, AJ makes our cigars, um, but all our cigars like Al Pulpo and what's coming next in couple of years that we are working on. It's gonna come from AJ farms and wrappers that we are working to develop and ferment
I can't wait.
in the future.
I
Yeah,
can't wait. So all that to be said, it's just so impressive that you started with AJ, you got distributed with AJ, and then it was like I completely understand too that it's like, all right, well, let us distribute it now because after we have got our feet on the ground, because you were new, you had never had the experience of distribution before, but now that you know what's going on, it's like, let us focus on our two cigars to where no matter who you ask to be the distributor, if you're two of this many, you're still just two of this many. Where if for you guys, you're two of two, your like heart and soul is put into this. And so you want to knock it out of the park, and no one puts a restriction on how much you guys work. You guys
right.
can work 24/7 to focus on two cigars. So I completely understand, and I think it's really a smart idea.
Thank you, Rob.
Yes, Rob. Look, as well, I have to add another thing about the opportunity when it came from AJ, and he also, we thank him for doing this. The distribution thing at the beginning, it was like a gift because the troops that we have on the ground in the States, the reps, the salespersons that we have, they carried our line. He helped us by doing that.
Oh,
Because
100%.
as you said, and we always thank him for doing that. Now the brand is everywhere because of him. And we always say it everywhere, and we thank him in person again, time and time again. Because as you said, when you start, you will, no matter how much you know, you will always need to know more so you'll have no problems and hiccups. So they took the distribution, they spread the line everywhere. Now it's easier for us, and you know it. You're a smart
100%.
guy, right? And we always thank him for doing that. And here we are.
It's so important, Rob and Larry, that we need to go and see those cigar shops that they sell Viva and Al Pulpo. See those clients, consumer, smoke with them, do events with them,
I like it.
see what they need, what they're looking for. It's really important. So we do a lot of events. We visit a lot of cigar shops in different states.
You guys are in
Always.
a lot of cigar shops. I see pictures. You guys are everywhere. Y'all are like what's his name? Johnny Cash. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere.
I love
Yeah.
Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
I love the
Right,
song
so do
and
I.
I'm doing it.
Man,
Hey,
you sounded
so-
like him.
Oh no. So hey, let me ask you this though. Like, has it been a difficult transition distributing it yourselves? I mean, because that's a lot of new work on you guys, really.
Correct. It's taken a lot of work, but we enjoy it. We love it. I mean, when we go to any cigar shop, we ask, um, what is the hottest seller? What's the hottest wrapper? Filler, binder, whatever, right? Sizes. We interact a lot with the consumer on a daily basis. We see how the trend of flavor is changing, and it's so important. So, for example, like when we did Al Pulpo, right? 5 years ago, we selected San Andreas wrapper, and San Andreas wasn't the hottest wrapper at that time. Everybody was going broadleaf, and they want something heavier, right? So we went with something that we thought in a couple of years will be the hottest wrapper. And right now, San Andreas is one of the hottest rappers, right? So
A
you need to
lot of my
understand,
go-to cigars are all San Andreas wrappers.
right? So in a couple of years, it's something else. So you have to predict what that wrapper, filler, and binder will be that consumer is looking for. So and that's one of the tricks, by going to every cigar shop, not only focusing on the selling of your cigars, seeing how flavor and blends is changed, because as you know, every 5 years people palate changes. When
Yeah,
you smoke,
and,
whatever
I
you
mean,
smoked 10 years ago, is you smoke it now, it's okay, but it's not something that you will look forward to smoke again.
and that's one of the reasons why we say hats off to the guys who have made cigars over the decades that are still in the top 25 cigars that people smoke, because you make a cigar that lasts for decades, you made a good cigar. I think
Correct.
the La Vida and the El Popo will be one of the cigars that we're smoking 25 years from now, guys.
Thank you so much.
Well,
Thank you.
I have to add this as well. You know, by explaining how we go and do things in those shops, we are not like the smartest. We are not claiming that we are smarter than everybody else.
It's our method.
The reason we do this, we come from retail. We came from retail. 28 years of doing this. When we go to those shops, remember, we work in our shops 28 years. We know exactly. We will go inside what's missing, what's good, what's bad, what's ugly, what's going on between the staff without being there, because we did it. I'm not claiming that we are smart. We worked every day, so we know exactly the formula.
You
And
have
that's
the
why-
experience.
Yes,
The
yes.
experience. You put in the
28 years.
time. You put in the time, you learn the business, and then you're taking that expertise on that business and using it to leverage your new business, because you know what these guys need. You know how not to put them in a bind, which is huge. To not put your retail guy in a bind is huge.
Exactly. Exactly. It's a relationship that I am building, that we are building, not for a month or one-time sales. We want the product to be there, to be respected, to be consumed and asked about. We want, first of all, you have to build up that relationship with the cigar owners, with the cigar lounge owners, with those people, the managers. They are the one who really take the product and talk about it if they believe in it. And in return, we have to go shake their hands, we have to thank them, we have to keep our faces as well. It's not because you have a good, successful brand, you have to stop doing that. It's a daily work,
Yeah,
nonstop.
because you guys didn't hit the lotto. You guys rolled up your sleeves and working your asses off. And I know y'all won't say that, but that's the truth.
It is the truth.
Thank you.
Yes, you're right.
Like man, so many young people today, and I'm not grapping about the majority, but I know young people. I have a 22-year-old, a 23-year-old, and they're doing great. But I'm like, you know what? I miss seeing the work ethic that we had from the 70s, the 80s, and you guys still got it going on in the 2020s.
Yes,
And you're not
those are
young
the
guys. And you're not young guys.
no, not at all, not
I
at
mean,
all.
y'all, what are y'all both like 40, 42?
Oh, thank you, thank you. No, you know that is much higher. But again, we love what we do. The work ethics that we believe in is the teaching of the old man, and it resonated so well in our well-being, and we carry this. We believe in that. Any other thing like half-ass work is not how you succeed.
No. And I am of the same mindset. I was raised by a father that if you were not committed 150%, get out. Just don't show up, because if you're not going to give it your 150%, I don't want you doing business here under my name, because my name is on the line here. And the most important thing that I own is my name.
This is it. Reputation, reputation. That's all we own, the name. And you don't want anyone to come and tarnish it just because they are lazy or they don't have the work ethics. We search for those guys who are working with us to do the same thing, and we respect that.
100%. And that's why I respect both you guys. I mean, it's always been about quality and putting the work in. And the amazing part is it's proof in the pudding. It works. You're making great cigars. So, I mean, it's like no one can argue with you, because look at the product.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And again, you want the cigar to have legs. So when you come and you show it to a cigar shop and you ask them to put the cigar in their humidor, you're asking for one chance, right? And but if the cigar has no legs, it's gonna go nowhere. It's gonna sit collect dust, right? So you want the store to give you that opportunity, but you need to bring in good product, as you said. And to bring good product, you want something refreshing, you want something new, you want something that it's not a copy of something else. It's unique in its flavors, strength, and blend. And
So here's one last question for you guys, and it's going to be a hard one, okay?
yeah.
How was the process when y'all decided to go with AJ as your blender? Hit the button on the camera, please. Your blender, your manufacturer, your tobacco. Like, how did you decide on AJ? Because there's lots of blenders out there.
Correct. You know, it was.
For me personally, I think that is a huge part of the success you have had. So it was a great decision.
Thank you. And I want to tell you something. It was an easy choice because we believed in his product. We believed in his cigars. We believed in the product that he's bringing to the market. We love his cigars. We smoke his cigars.
A very important thing as well. His work ethics, Rob, exactly what we saw from day one when we met him here. We are in New York in the old shop that we started here. This is where we met him. This is where we started years and years ago. His work ethics were so high, and we believe in that.
And the other,
So let me ask you
just
this: so you guys carried AJ products. So you had dealt with the company, you know how they worked, you knew their work ethic, you knew their the way they did things. And so that was one of the big things that I mean, you carried a bunch of cigars, but you're like, this guy makes great cigars
you know,
and he's got a great reputation.
so this is the story with AJ, right? So in 2012, they came to our shops in New York, and they want to sell San Lotano. We didn't know about San Lotano. We didn't know who AJ was. Nothing. So they gave us a sample and a price sheet, and it was AJ's ex partner. So he came, he sat down. We lit it up. We smoked maybe half an inch from the cigar. We told him, show us the price sheet. We went and we ordered everything, right? So it was love from first sight, from first experience. We fell in love. It was something new. It was something great. Nothing like this in the market. Nothing, right? So when we became a huge supporter of AJ product. So when we decided to do Viva La Vida, we came to AJ, and AJ said, you know what? When I was nobody, you supported me. I'm gonna do your blends, whatever you want, guys. And this is the type of person he is. He's extremely loyal. He's honest about his work. He's proud of what he brings to the market, and that's why we also work with AJ. Why
And
we
that
chose.
comes back full circle to what I said earlier. You guys are building relationships with positive people throughout your cigar business journey. So whenever it came time to find a blender, you already had one.
That's correct. That is
I mean,
correct. We do have
that's
one.
the beauty of doing business the way you do business is building relationships with people. I
Exactly,
sell
Bob.
that to everybody I know. It's like I hear people all the time complaining about this person or that person. And I'm like, well, tell me something that they're good at. Tell me something that they do well. Instead of just saying, I don't like this person, take a minute. Everybody has a positive side. And if you explore that, you can enjoy something about that person.
That's beautiful, Rob.
This is
This is like
unbelievable.
this
What
is
you said.
exactly what you're saying. Don't look at the glass half empty. Exactly, look at it half full, and give us those positive things about this person.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because everybody has something they could contribute to your success, just like you have something that could contribute to somebody else's success. And so, you guys, when I say that I am so proud of what you guys have done, I am being so honest and legitimate with you guys because I love the fact that you run your business the way I wish so many corporations would run their business.
thank you so
Rob,
much,
thank you
Rob.
so much. It's coming from you. It means a lot for us. And just to repeat exactly earlier, we know everybody because we are in the business. From the Fuentes, you name it, everybody, Davidoff, Rocky, and we have a great relationship with them. And then you ask why you chose AJ. You just said exactly why. So a decision when it comes to business is always debated. When we have the meetings, we sit, we talk, the three brothers, and we make that decision based on what we have to
Experience.
do, what we experienced with that particular person, and why we have to go with that person and that road. That's exactly how we do things.
Love that. Love that. Now I just have to know though, does Gus get 2 votes?
Four, four
Four.
votes.
Three for the price of one. Troopers.
Hey, and I love the fact that you guys can cut up and relax and have fun and still be doing business. You know what I mean? You're not just like robots. I love the fact that you're not robots because unfortunately there's a lot of people in business that become these robots that always say the perfect thing and blah blah blah. But you guys are just real people like the rest of us.
Thank you. Thank you. We will always be real. There is nothing shady. You could see through us, and this is who we are. We believe in that because at the end, when you sit to relax and smoke a cigar. You're meant to be relaxed, and that's the whole idea. So when we do our like job, our work, our business deals, it has to be relaxed as well. And that's how we do it, and this is who we are.
I would imagine if you're really uptight, you probably shouldn't get into the cigar business anyway.
You're right. You're right.
I mean,
Then,
there's
then the
lots of good
cigar will
business.
be rolled tight, and then you won't be able to smoke it.
You're right, right. Hey, man, I'm going to let you guys go and enjoy the game, but thank you both so much for coming on the show. And if you look at the Cigar Talk banner, I don't know if you guys can see it because you're on camera, but down in the corner, there is a logo that says Artesano del Tobacco.
Yes,
Yes,
we see it.
definitely.
And we're so proud of it.
We are thankful for you guys sponsoring the show. It's just a blessing, and I mean, we talk about you guys every week. We tell real stories about our experiences and others' experiences with your cigars. So it's just a pleasure to sit down and talk with you guys, and I hope it won't be as long until we do it again.
Thank you
Great
so
job, Larry. Thank you so much for believing in us, for thinking about us, and giving us the opportunity to be on your show. You guys doing a great job. Keep it going. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. And you guys have a great night and enjoy as many cigars as you can.
Good night, guys.
Take care, guys.
Great to meet y'all. Thank you.
Got you. There you are. So, guys, I got to hit it one more time. Booyah. So, hope you enjoyed the interview with Gus and Billy from Artesano del Tobacco. We're a big fan of those guys. It's like, I mean, how like we got to smoke the Club 500 5-year anniversary cigar tonight, and we've been saving these cigars for this interview, and kind of sad I don't have another one to light up after this one. I have to. But anyway, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this week's Cigar Talk Live. We've got another one on the horizon. I'll be shooting out emails to let you know when it is and who it's going to be with. So if you are on our registered email, I will send you out one. And join our Discord server. We've got a bunch of guys that hang out and talk cigars. And you know what? Before we go, though, let's read some of these comments. All right, here it says, "Hey, Larry, tell Rob to tell Billy and Gus that John Caraballo says hi. He's a friend of theirs from New York City who is one of my regulars now. He is the one that got me in touch with them to carry the Viva. Booyah. Let's go to the next one. It says, dude, all right. I don't know exactly what that means, but maybe we should start at the top. Hey, what's up, Robbie? Then we go to the next one. I don't know what that is, some kind of emoji. And then we say, Viva La Vida from Groot. He knows it. He loves it. I think he meant what up, Cigar Talk doing a live. I must be dreaming, not listening to the podcast and get to watch. Wow. Hey, thanks, Hen. Then we go to the next one. And it says, hey guys, from O'Shawn O'Connor.
Good to see you, bro.
Yeah, we love that dude. And then we got Gene, Innendale Dried, Ellen Dried. I don't know how to say the first name, but Gene, thanks, bro. Then we got Larry D. Is that you?
That's me.
Right, he's trying to talk to people. And then we go down and we find, let's see, well, then it's you. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in and watching the live tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be putting this up as a rewatch on YouTube or the Facebook page in case you missed it. So have a great week, and we'll talk to you soon. Until then,
Life is short. Smoke with a friend.